Hi, everyone, and welcome. I'm Bill Fletcher, Senior Director of Sales Enablement for Holland America Line, and I'm thrilled to be your host for this episode of our Destination Spotlight series. Today, we're focused on our award winning Alaska cruise tours, sharing just a small snapshot of what makes this region so compelling and why Alaska continues to resonate as one of the world's very best cruise vacation destinations. Holland America has been in Alaska since 1947, long before it was even a state, and that kind of experience really does matter. Nearly 80 years in the Great Land has earned us a level of expertise and trust that you simply can't replicate. And while Alaska has definitely modernized over the decades, the core of what makes it so special hasn't changed, and neither has our commitment to showcasing it in a way that brings our guests closer to the Alaska of their dreams. There are two ways guests can experience the region with Holland America, either on an Alaska cruise or on an Alaska cruise tour. And both options deliver something very different depending on what the guest is looking for. We featured our Alaska cruises separately in another one of our destination spotlights, so today's focus is on the land portion of our cruise tours. If a client is seeking the iconic scenery, glaciers, and wildlife of the Inside Passage and the relaxing pace of unpacking once, a Holland America Alaska cruise is perfect. If they want all of that plus the culture, history, and adventure of Alaska's interior, including the Big Five land animals and a visit to Denali and beyond, that's when a cruise tour becomes a great upsell opportunity. So, what exactly is a cruise tour? A cruise tour is simply an Alaska cruise combined with a multi day land journey into Alaska's interior, and in some cases, even further into the Yukon as well. All of our cruise tours are offered with the choice of taking the cruise before or after the land portion, what we refer to as either cruise first or land first. The fact that Holland America owns our own rail cars, motor coaches, and lodges, as well as our own ships, of course, means that our guests enjoy one seamless vacation experience in the care of our same amazing team on both the land and sea components. Now let's look at what makes our cruise tours so special. Holland America is the number one cruise line in Alaska wildlife and wilderness tours, and that carries directly into our land program as well. On a cruise tour, you have an excellent chance to see some or all of Alaska's iconic Big Five animals: the bears, the Dall sheep, the moose, the wolves, and the caribou. The best chance to see the Big Five is at Denali National Park, which of course also happens to be home to North America's tallest peak. Every Holland America cruise tour includes a complimentary Denali Park tour that ventures deep into the park for the best chance of seeing both the wildlife and the mountain. Guests staying 2 or 3 nights at Denali will enjoy the longer Tundra Wilderness Tour that goes deeper into the park for the very best viewing opportunity. There are two core cruise tour highlights that are common to all of our cruise tours: a journey aboard our beautiful McKinley Explorer domed railcars and a stay at our Holland America Denali Lodge with an included tour into the park. The premium rail experience aboard the McKinley Explorer is a curated private rail journey designed specifically for our Alaska guests and fully delivers on our commitment to the art of leisurely travel. Depending on the itinerary, the McKinley Explorer is either included between Anchorage and Denali or between our ship in Whittier and Denali. These rail cars are two-level, glass-domed, panoramic coaches offering a front row seat to Alaska's wilderness and wildlife right outside the train windows. The open-air platform is another standout feature. Guests absolutely love stepping outside to feel the wind, take photos, and look for wildlife. And then there's the full-service dining room, where guests can enjoy regional favorites while the scenery rolls by. It's cozy, elevated, and feels distinctly Holland America. There are two core cruise tour highlights that are common to all of our cruise tours: a journey aboard our beautiful McKinley Explorer domed railcars and a stay at our Holland America Denali Lodge with an included tour into the park. The premium rail experience aboard the McKinley Explorer is a curated private rail journey designed specifically for our Alaska guests and fully delivers on our commitment to the art of leisurely travel. Depending on the itinerary, the McKinley Explorer is either included between Anchorage and Denali or between our ship in Whittier and Denali. These railcars are two-level, glass-domed, panoramic coaches offering a front row seat to Alaska's wilderness and wildlife right outside the train windows. The open-air platform is another standout feature. Guests absolutely love stepping outside to feel the wind, take photos, and look for wildlife. And then there's the full-service dining room, where guests can enjoy regional favorites while the scenery rolls by. It's cozy, elevated, and feels distinctly Holland America. Every Holland America cruise tour includes 1 to 3 nights at our private 60-acre Riverside Denali Lodge. This is your client's home base for exploring Denali National Park, and it's one of the things that truly sets us apart. In 2027, we'll be celebrating 80 years in Alaska, and what better way to market than with a $70 million investment into our lodge and the entire guest experience. We're rolling out a full series of enhancements: newly remodeled pavilions and guest rooms, fresh modern interiors in the main lodge, improved trail signage for easier exploring, and our brand new Outpost Coffee and Provisions shop debuting in 2026. These upgrades create a more elevated, relaxing, premium wilderness retreat, something our guests absolutely feel the moment they arrive. One of the biggest surprises for our guests is just how much there is to experience right on the property. First is the Music of Denali Dinner Theater, which is such a fun night. Guests enjoy a hearty, family-style Alaska feast paired with a Denali-themed musical comedy. Then we have our Denali Square Amphitheater. This outdoor space is where guests can attend ranger talks, learn from our wildlife experts, hear regional storytelling, or even catch a live performance. It's such a wonderful way to unwind after a day exploring the park. And finally, the Artist in Residence Cabin. Guests can stop by the cabin, meet local Alaskan artists, watch them work, and even bring home a piece of Alaska. Our guests are delighted by just how good the dining is at our Denali Lodge and by how many options there are. First, we have Karsten's Public House, which is kind of the heartbeat of Denali Square. It's our gastropub with both indoor and outdoor seating, so guests can enjoy delicious Alaska comfort food while taking in views of the Denali wilderness. Next is Canyon Ridge Grill, our contemporary steakhouse. This one leans a bit more refined and features a really warm, rustic atmosphere. For something more casual, we now offer fresh pizza delivery directly to the lodge rooms. So after a long day of exploring Denali, guests can head back, put their feet up, and enjoy a freshly made pizza delivered right to their door. And finally, we've elevated our mornings at the lodge with our new enhanced coffee experience. Guests can stop by our brand new Outpost Coffee and Provisions shop for local coffee brews, breakfast bites, and more. Now let's round out Denali with some of those little experiences that make the land portion of a cruise tour truly memorable. First, we've added our beautiful self-guided scenic river walks along the Nenana River that separates our property from Denali National Park. It's peaceful, it's accessible, and it gives guests that connection to the land that makes this special place feel like a destination unto itself. One of my favorite moments is s'mores by the fire. Guests can grab a s'mores kit right on site and roast marshmallows around the outdoor fire pit as the sun sets behind the mountains of the park. If they booked a Denali suite or deluxe room upgrade, the s'more kit is even included. And of course, no Denali stay is complete without a stop in to visit our gift shops and boutiques featuring authentic Alaska merchandise, from handmade crafts to cozy outdoor apparel. While Denali is a centerpiece of all of our cruise tours, there are several variations that allow your clients to customize everything from the length of the cruise portion to how much time they spend at Denali and what other highlights they wish to include. We'll review our 4 cruise tour collections in a minute, but first I want to introduce you to one of our most special and exclusive destinations that could be combined with a 3, 4, or 7-day cruise and up to 3 nights at Denali. The Yukon is one of the best kept travel secrets in North America. It's Alaska's neighbor to the east, and while it shares Alaska's wild beauty and abundant wildlife, in many ways it feels like a completely different destination. The Yukon is only visited by a tiny fraction of Alaska's cruise visitors, since Holland America is the only cruise line to include it in a very special collection of escorted cruise tours that are led by our professional tour directors. These highly rated cruise tours are a major Holland America differentiator and a great upsell opportunity for guests who want something truly rare, immersive, and off the beaten path. The ever-present backdrop to the Yukon is its colorful Klondike Gold Rush history. The Klondike Gold Rush was the last and largest of the Wild West era, and all of our Yukon cruise tours spend 2 nights in lively but remote Dawson City, where the gold was discovered in the late 1890s. Today, Dawson is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a town that celebrates its history at the confluence of the Klondike and Yukon rivers. To make sure our guests fully appreciate the area's incredible gold rush history, we include a Klondike Gold Tour for all of our Yukon guests. Our Yukon cruise tours are a perfect fit for those seeking both Alaska's must-see highlights as well as very special, seldom seen places that are off the beaten path, and in this case, only available with Holland America Line. Next, let's zoom out and look at the big picture. We've organized our cruise tours into 4 collections: Classic, Signature, Ultimate, and our Alaska, Denali, and Yukon collection. Each one layers in different levels of cruise length, time at Denali, and other special destinations and amenities. The Classic Alaska and Denali collection is your shortest, most streamlined option. It gives guests the top highlights, Glacier Bay, Denali, and our McKinley Explorer Rail in the shortest amount of time. These are ideal for guests who want the land experience, but who may be on a tighter schedule or a more value-focused budget. The Signature Alaska and Denali collection adds more depth, including longer Denali stays and more time on land overall. These popular itineraries are great for guests who want a deeper connection with Denali, more sightseeing time, and a slightly more relaxed pace. The Ultimate Alaska and Denali Escorted Cruise Tour collection offers 3 very special options to combine a 2-night Denali stay with a visit to some of our favorite off-the-beaten-path destinations that feature the Kenai Peninsula region of Alaska, including 2-night stays in either Seward, Homer, or at the Alyeska Resort, all with the extra attention and service of a dedicated tour director. These special cruise tours also include a visit to the Alaska Wildlife Conservation Center. And finally, we have our Alaska, Denali, and Yukon Escorted Cruise Tour collection, the most adventurous and exclusive option we offer. These itineraries take guests into the Yukon Territory with 2 nights in Dawson City and access to the Klondike Gold Rush stories they can't get anywhere else, all with the extra attention and service of a dedicated tour director. Our Great Land dining plans allow guests to enjoy peace of mind as they journey from ship to shore, knowing that most of their meals, including taxes and gratuities, have been pre-planned and paid for. These convenient meal plans apply only to the land portion of Alaska cruise tours and must be purchased in advance. For the 2026 season, we offer 3 Great Land dining plans. The breakfast dining plan includes breakfast each morning, plus coffee or tea. The Denali dining plan includes most meals at the lodge, plus lunch aboard the McKinley Explorer. And our full dining plan includes most breakfasts and dinners, plus a box lunch on the Tundra Wilderness Tour and lunch aboard the McKinley Explorer. And finally, for those clients you may have who want to elevate their accommodations at our Holland America Denali Lodge, this slide shows you the options they have to upgrade to one of our deluxe staterooms for just $49 per person per night, or even a suite for just $99 per night. Notable amenities include premium bathrobes, a Pendleton blanket, s'more kits, and more, even a private balcony for those choosing a suite. Our guests tell us that one of the main reasons they return to Holland America again and again is because of our award-winning personalized service. Service rooted in care is a hallmark of our brand, and we're honored to be recognized by Cruise Critic for best service for an unprecedented 4 years in a row. One last opportunity I want to highlight is our Connections program for small affinity groups. Connections is designed for groups of up to 24, and it's available on nearly all Holland America cruises except our Grand Voyages. What makes this program especially appealing is how easy it is to use. There's no group deposit required, and the benefits are combinable with our standard group amenities. Connections groups receive extra gap points and a dedicated tour conductor to guest ratio of just 1 to 10. Connections is perfect for small group affinity travel. It's an ideal solution when your clients want to travel together but don't need a large traditional group setup. Thank you for taking the time to watch this presentation. I hope it's helped to both inspire and inform you about the many reasons to choose Holland America Line in Alaska. And most of all, thank you for being our valued partner in turning your clients' dreams into lifetime memories.